Did you know that Steve Jobs poured in $60 million of his own money just to keep Pixar afloat? That and more on today's episode. Cue the music. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, and welcome to a really coffee episode of the Good Leader Podcast. We're all choked up here because we've been watching Pixar movies, and you know they're going to make you cry. Kyle, what Pixar movie have you cried the most on?
Oh, man.
Great question, right?
It's a great question. I'm having a hard time picking. I'm between Onward and Elemental. Might be some recency bias.
Okay.
I cried like 3 times watching Elemental this last week. Yeah.
Is this
I don't know that I cried on Elemental.
Is this like a little tear, or you like had to pause and like cry?
I'm not like bawling, but there were a few times where like tears down my cheek.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you picked Onward because that is the topic of the day. Onward is the Pixar movie we are discussing. Now, to catch you up, loyal listeners at home, we are in the middle of Pixar Palooza, and here's how it's going to go. We're going to run through all 8 finalists of the greatest Pixar leadership lessons ever, but we're going to dedicate an entire episode to each one of those. And we've got some categories. The categories today are going to be best quotes, best leadership lessons, who would you hire from the movie, hot take, and a personal paradigm shift. So for each of these movies, we're going to give you those categories and a little bit more, a little fun stuff, a little extra trivia here, yonder, and there. After we review all 8 episodes, this is Pixar summer, Jess. This is not just Pixar episode. So get ready, buckle up.
Pixar Palooza.
Pixar Palooza. Thank you,
Boys,
Jess. I appreciate that.
buckle up.
As you can tell, we got Jess, we got Lemuel, and we got special Pixar extraordinaire. Can I call you expert extraordinaire?
Aficionado is best.
Aficionado is
Thank you.
Incredibly apropos. He is the aficionado. I'm glad he picked Onward because that's what we're talking about today. But before we do that, we got a little Pixar game. All right. Ooh. Now, Kyle is the local trivia master. And for this game, I'm going to give him no restrictions, Kyle.
Thank you.
No restrictions. How the game is played is this. I'm going to give you 4 Pixar movies. You tell me the order in which they were released.
Ooh.
You tell me the chronological order. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense, Jess?
Yeah.
So it's a multiple choice question.
Yeah, I'm
It's
on
a
it.
multiple choice. All right, so we're going to go through.
Between them two, or
Between all 3, I'd love for you to play too, Lim. But if you would like, you
I
get
might
to choose.
win. I might win.
You've been on a roll.
I'm definitely not.
Anj isn't here. So.
I'm not an aficionado by any means, but I'm here to play.
Okay, here we go. 4 examples. So you're going to put these in order. If you get it right, you get a point. If you don't, it'll go to the next person, and they get to try to guess. All right, here we go. WALL-E, Monsters, Inc., Brave, Toy Story 2.
Oh, that's tough.
I know, this is a hard game.
That's a tough one.
WALL-E, Brave, Monsters, Inc., Toy Story 2. Which one? Give me the order. Which one that came out first?
When they were made.
When they were made, yeah, when they were released.
I've got my answer.
Lim's ready. You know what? Lim is going to go first.
I've got my answer too.
Okay, go, Lim.
Go ahead.
Monsters, Inc.,
Okay,
Toy Story 2,
okay.
WALL-E, and then Brave.
That is incorrect, sir. Jess, would you like to give it a try? Get the
Yes.
points. It's a little bit easier now. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Toy Story 2,
okay,
Monsters Incorporated,
okay.
WALL-E,
Okay.
and Brave.
Correct. That's a point for
I
Jess.
was torn in
ding,
my
ding,
mind.
ding, ding, ding.
I
Nice
almost
job.
said that.
That's the way
Good
the
job.
game is played. All right, Kyle, you're up.
Oh, sheesh.
All right, here we go. Ready?
No.
Onward, Incredibles 2, Soul, Coco.
Ooh, Coco's throwing me for a loop on that
That's a
one.
hard
Onward.
one. That's a hard one.
These are hard, right?
Googling.
Especially when you do
He's
something
Googling.
like that.
Tough.
He's Googling
Onward, Incredibles 2, Soul, and Coco.
Because these are like more of this era.
Coco
So
is the
I
only
feel
one
like-
that's throwing me off.
Okay.
Okay, so I know it's Incredibles 2, Onward, Soul. I think Coco goes before Incredibles 2. Is it Coco, Incredibles 2, Onward, Soul?
Correct.
Let's go.
Good
Point for
job.
Kyle. Wow, he really.
Sheesh.
Man, for those of you not watching on
That was
YouTube,
tough.
this guy, he was. I mean, you'd have thought he was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I know.
Or something, or Jeopardy.
Give him that
Kyle, were
money.
you on Jeopardy?
I was almost on Jeopardy.
He could have been.
Oh,
I flew out
man.
to LA.
You got to fly out and everything.
Yeah, I made it to like the final round. Yeah.
Okay, so how does it work?
That's a
was
flex.
this in the day that you call in? That's impressive.
That is a flex,
you
yeah.
actually got
You
flown
take
out.
an online test.
Okay.
I didn't get flown out. We had to pay to fly out to LA for this final thing.
I'll stick
But it
with
was
you got
like
flown out. I like
yeah,
that better.
yeah. But it was like top 100,
That's
200
amazing. Yeah.
remaining participants. And it's like, hey, we're going to come in. You're going to do a 50 question test. We're going to do a quick interview. You know how, the host will always do like, hey, Kyle, you've been to all
Yes.
50 states. Tell us
Yeah.
about it. So they do like that kind of thing.
Okay.
And then we had a live game where we played against 2 other people and they would just sub people in and out. And
Wow.
They didn't like my VeggieTales tie. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Whatever it was. I don't know why they didn't choose me. I probably wasn't
Did you go
smart
with a
enough.
VeggieTales try?
I did.
VeggieTales
I wore
tie?
my junior asparagus tie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Smart move.
I'm surprised they didn't like that.
I honestly, I was too.
They could have pinned you on the show as like the guy with the VeggieTales tie.
Right.
Kyle seems
know.
like a Jeopardy contestant.
Totally.
Oh, I know.
I mean, seriously, because you're very smart.
You should
But-
try again.
I do every year. You can take the online test once a year. I take it every chance that I get.
Cool.
Correct.
I'm gonna
and
end up on
brand.
Jeopardy.
All right, here we go. Lemuel, this is my last one. You ready?
It's for me?
Yes, for you.
Oh, sorry. I took Jess's, didn't I?
The Good Dinosaur. Yeah, but this is the way the game is played.
Okay.
The Good Dinosaur, Inside Out, Finding Dory, Monsters University.
Wow.
That's hard.
I feel like I did a good job as trivia
Say 'em
master.
one more
here.
time.
The Good Dinosaur, Inside Out, Finding Dory, Monsters University.
Okay. Monsters University, Finding Dory, The Good what?
Dinosaur.
The Good Dinosaur, and then Inside Out.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Jess, you have a chance to steal.
Two of them.
Can we get a
Three.
repeat?
I have to
You
see
sure
three
can.
of those.
The Good Dinosaur,
Okay.
Inside Out, Finding Dory, Monsters University.
Monsters University.
Okay.
Inside Out.
Okay. I'm not telling you if you're right or wrong until you say all four.
Finding Dory, the Good Dinosaur.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Dang. Kyle, this is for the game.
Oh man,
This is for the game, Kyle.
This is a hard
gosh.
one.
This is it. This is hard.
really hard.
This is hard. I was moving on down the ladder. Come on, making it more difficult as we go.
Okay. Sheesh. These were all within like 5 or 6 years of each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I haven't been paying attention to the other two answers, by the way, so I could repeat this.
That's fine.
Monsters U, Inside Out, Finding Dory, Good Dinosaur.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
That's what I just said, isn't
That
it?
is what Jess said. That's exactly what Jess said. That's okay. That's incorrect. Let me get another try. You want another try?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Monsters U. I'm forgetting the titles.
The Good Dinosaur, Inside Out, Finding Dory.
Okay. Monsters U. The Good Dinosaur. Finding Dory, Inside Out.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Jess, you get one more try at redemption here. This is it.
I'm not paying attention though.
This is it.
That's the problem.
This is it.
I don't even know what you just said. I wasn't paying attention to the.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Shout out your answer. We're gonna see. Okay, this is it. This is for the game. Which one do you think was released first? Which is the earliest? Give me your answer.
Have we
three
all
of you.
said Monsters U as the first one?
Yeah.
So was it not? Was it Inside
Monsters
Out?
U is first? What do you
Monsters
think is
U.
second? Good Dinosaur, Inside Out, or Finding Dory?
Oh, it's got to be the Good Dinosaur because it's not Inside Out.
Kyle, what do you think is second?
I think it's
Lemuel, what do
still
you think is
Inside
second?
Out.
Let me. What do you think is
I
second?
think it's Finding Dory.
It's Inside Out. Kyle
Okay.
takes the game.
Oh, I just got the last two flipped.
You both flipped the last
Dang.
two. So it's Monsters University, Inside Out, The Good Dinosaur, and Finding Dory in that
There you
order.
go.
I will say those are back to back to back to back. Those
Yes.
are 4 years in a row
Okay.
that I did on purpose because that's hard.
Wow.
All right. Hey, that's the way we play the game. After this commercial break, we're going to go through Onward and the 5 categories.
Hey, you. You looking for a job?
Yeah.
We have one available for hire.
Yes.
We are currently hiring an educational sales representative to join the team at Paradigm Shift. Visit us at www.paradigmshift.company.
No, that's not even our website.
Sorry, I just butchered our website.
Oh, wow. That was really...
Don't go there.
This is the old
Wow.
URL.
Don't go there.
www.ps.company /jobs.
I will.
Sorry. Thank you.
Hey, we keep it real. We keep it real.
No edits out here.
No edits. No
Live
second
commercials.
chances. Live commercials. That's what you www.paradigmshiftleadership. I was like, no, that's not where to
Where
go.
are we at right now?
PS.company. PS.company. And you can find all your needs. You can buy stuff from the store. You can apply to get a job. Hey, first, you know what you need to do? Apply for a job first. Then you can get that employee discount at the store. That's where it's at.
I've never once got an employee discount.
You don't use the employee discount?
There isn't one.
Why aren't you using the employee
I
discount?
run the
There's a
website.
10% off
There
code.
isn't one.
What?
You know the codes because they're
Because I make
them.
I just made it right now.
Are we still in the commercial?
All right.
It's done, Lim.
Okay,
Just
okay.
you can just cut it.
Cut the commercial.
Still have the commercial
You can
music.
just quit.
Let's
Hey.
move onward.
Here, that's what's going to be my job. Oh, really? Wow. Hey, Kyle, you and I, we are like Barley and Ian
Two
over here.
Pods and a
Sure
pea.
enough.
Aren't we?
The
All
light
right.
feet.
Here we go. You know what I love about Pixar? I shared that at the top of the show, that Pixar is not an overnight success story. In fact, it is long, labored years. So people listening to the Good Leader podcast, we're going to talk about leadership lessons. And yes, we're having fun with this Pixar Palooza. But the truth is, we want to be your weekly encouragement on your leadership endeavors, whether that's business, whether that's nonprofit, family, community, whatever the case is, we want you to be the best leader you can be. And there are lots of lessons to be gleaned from Onward and Pixar itself. Can you imagine pouring $60 million? He just kept pouring money into Pixar. I actually think it was his vanity, though. I would love to think it was his belief, but it just seems like from all that I read, it was more like he's like, I am not letting this fail. Which there's something to be said for that, like I am not going to let this fail. Kyle, what leadership lessons did you get out of Onward? You want to start with quotes, leadership lessons? What's tickling
You
your
said
fancy?
leadership lessons. I'll go with
Hit
leadership
me with
lessons.
what you noticed. Let's go leadership lessons first.
I got two really that stood out to me. I kind of did a little bit of prep, not gonna lie.
Sure.
Number one is give people a chance. Throughout this whole movie, you have this whole theme of like, the screw up son and also like the talented one that's like trying to figure out what's going on. Both of them just needed a chance from each other. So give people a chance. That's my first one. And then
I like this. Here's how we're going to do this. Here's where we're going to do this. Kyle and I are going to rattle off because, Kyle and I'm going to assume we've watched Onward more than Lemuel and Jess. I don't know that. I don't want to, but I'm going to assume. Is that a
I
process?
definitely haven't seen Onward.
Accurate assumption.
You haven't seen it at all?
No, but I'll play.
Are you serious?
Swear.
It came out during COVID.
Bible.
What, you had nothing else to do.
I was working. I was a emergency worker. I worked at the Walgreens, baby.
Oh, that's right.
I was there 9 to 5.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
They did not let up on me.
Oh, wow.
So I was working.
What was the term? Well, you were necessary. What was that term? Was it necessary?
Essential.
Essential. Thank you.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank
for
you. Essential.
calling yourself
Emergency.
the right.
Essential worker.
I don't know. Sorry.
It's okay.
No, you
I know
said
what you
essential.
meant. You said.
I said emergency.
She said.
Okay.
She definitely did
Hey.
not say essential.
Great.
But you know
I can
what?
always count
Hey,
on
give
you.
people a chance.
Listen back to it.
Give people
We'll
a
see.
chance. That's what I say.
Give people a
a
chance.
chance.
Lem like
So here's what's going to happen. We're going to rattle off our lessons, things we noticed, and then you two are going to tell us what the best lesson in the movie was. Like, yep, that's the one.
Okay.
Stamp it. That's the winner. Okay.
Oh,
So
I can
Kyle's
do
throwing
that.
out. Give people a chance. I've got 3. What else you got, Kyle?
My other one is journey before destination. So it's this whole idea of they're
Okay.
trying to get to the destination. They're trying to get to the gym. They're trying to figure it out. Spoilers, it ends up being like right at home the whole time. But there's so many moments along their journey that I feel like could have appreciated more if they looked around and appreciated where they were at. And that's kind of the theme of the movie. It ends up being like a really
Yeah.
deep moment later on. But yeah, journey before destination.
My 3, I'm going to go very quickly here. I like my leadership lessons are, you really have to see the movie to really understand this one, but magic as a lost skill is a really cool idea to me. And the lesson would be some things are worth working hard for.
Oh, okay.
That the idea of this in this world that they've lost magic, not because magic doesn't exist anymore, but it's because people have found more convenient ways to do it.
technology.
Because of technology,
Yeah.
essentially. And I like the idea of even like the art of conversation. Like, oh, wow. I even think of like if you read books from the 1800s and read literature, like I'm in the middle of, okay, so this is a side note, but I'm all in on this show called Manhunt on Apple TV about John Wilkes Booth and the assassination of Lincoln.
Wow.
So much so that I nerded out and I bought the book Manhunt.
Oh, wow.
Upon which the series is based. And now I'm reading it. And I'm watching a Civil War documentary. Before you know it, I'm going to be in a reenactment.
We
I'm
are
just
not the
saying,
same.
I'm one decision away. I'm one decision away from buying a Union outfit.
You could play Abe
So-
Lincoln for sure.
Oh, 4 score, 3
shave the
podcasts
mustache.
ago. So I'm all in on this thing. But as you read these letters that people were writing to each other, we are drastically inadequate in our conversation and communication. Yeah, just the letter that John Wilkes Booth wrote to his mother randomly just to check in for a week. It's just so almost poetic when you're
It's
reading
because everything was romanticized. There's like a romantic hint to pretty much everything that they did, including, literature.
Talking to your mom.
I agree.
They did
mean,
more
yeah, I mean-
deeper thinking.
yeah.
Yeah, there was just love there, and there was a way to phrase that, like when you're.
And the vocabulary they used
Yeah.
was entirely more extensive than we have. Just the
Yeah.
lexicon was impressive. And so as I'm thinking of this, so the lesson then is, we have probably lost many things, not because we can't do it anymore, but just because we are, and you could go to basic skills like, do you know how to build a fire? Not really. Now, do you know how to change a flat? Nah, I call AAA. Like I was so lazy the other day. I had a flat tire at my house. I called AAA.
At your house?
Nice.
At your home.
I was at my house.
I mean, you got it.
I pay for it.
Yeah.
I've got AAA.
I would totally do the same.
I could have changed the flat myself and driven to, because I've got a donut. I got a spare. I know how to change a flat tire. But I was the guy at the beginning of Onward. It's like, oh, wait, I could learn magic or I could just go flip the switch. I just called AAA. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's so me of you.
It really is. It really is, Jess. It really is.
I ain't changing a tire.
But I'm coming over to your side of things.
Bring it on.
Seriously. And so I like that lesson. I like then the lesson is some things are worth going through the difficulty, being challenged. All right, my other two. I just love, okay, number 2, Barley as a supporter. He is like the greatest cheerleader. If you haven't seen this movie, he's the older brother, and he doesn't try to make, it's Ian, right? Do I have the right?
Yeah, Ian.
Ian, yeah. He doesn't make his younger brother Ian into anything. He's just like cheering him on the whole way. And they are totally different people, but he's completely cool with that. And he's just like, yeah, you got this. And the biggest thing then as a supporter is when he doesn't have the magic power when they first discover, he is not like jealous of the little brother because the little brother has kind of a natural gifting towards magic.
Okay.
But the older brother's all into it.
He's like actually interested, but the
He's
other
actually
one was
interested, but the other
He
one can do it.
knows
Yes,
everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
You nailed it.
Okay.
He's interested. The other one's gifted.
Gosh, underwhelming.
But he is
for him.
he is not. But he is not jealous or upset at all. He is just like, "Whoa, little brother, this is amazing!"
That's
and then he's
sweet.
just all in. So him as a supporter, really, for talking leadership lessons, I was like, man, I need to be more like Barley. I need to be more like that. I need to be more because I can get pretty jealous. I'll be honest. You know, if we're being honest here.
What kind of things?
If we're being honest.
You're not cheering people on?
Oh my gosh! Wow. If we're really pulling up the psychoanalysis here.
You said it.
I mean, I'm very competitive. Like if I see if I see any other speaker in the world doing an event, I'm like, why didn't they hire us? What? I'm being
We will work
there's
on
a little
that.
part of me. I'm
You
like,
guys don't
I
worry,
know that
we will work on
we
it,
cannot
okay?
speak at every single event ever.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, Kyle? Like I'm like,
100%.
What? Why are they hiring? What?
Yeah.
What? The irony is,
My biggest thing is like, you could have prepared more. Yeah. you could have tried a little harder.
No, I mean there's part of me that I'm supportive of people. I don't think I'm totally terrible.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if I'm being completely honest and saying, how could I do better as a leader? I do wish I had more Barley in me, more of that natural. Oh, I guess that's the difference. It seems very natural for him, whereas I have to really work at it. I'm consciously deciding, be
Yeah.
nice, be supportive,
Yeah.
be a cheer, cheer that person on.
We all have our things, Jared.
Hey, we all struggle. Okay. And my third lesson is one of Barley's kind of catchphrases through the movie is work with what you got. And so that's the leadership lesson. Work with what you got. Because he's looking around like there are times when they end up floating on a giant Cheeto that they used.
Great moment.
They used a magic spell to make the Cheeto gigantic and they could float down the river. He's just like, work with what you got. So those are my lessons. All right. So recap. Kyle said,
My 2 were give people a chance and journey before destination.
okay, mine is, hey, some things are worth being difficult, working through it, be a better supporter, and work with what you got. So I'll let you two kind of talk it out off stage there as Kyle and I go over the best quotes, and then y'all can decide which one is going to be the winner of the day. Kyle, do you have any good quotes?
I had 3.
Oh, go for it. You got more than me.
I got 3. Number 1, this one gets me every time. This is why I cry during this movie. I think it was Ian that said, I never had dad, but I always had
That's
you.
my one quote.
Is
That's
it?
the one quote I wrote down.
Man, it gets me.
Okay, so
It's really good.
Can I jump into my hot take?
Yeah.
Based on this quote. I think this entire movie is made for younger siblings.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest
100%.
sibling, and it did not. I cry at every Pixar movie. I was barely moved by this.
Sounds
one.
like I need to watch because
I was-
I am the younger sibling.
Then every younger
100%.
sibling, every younger sibling that has watched the movie that I've spoken to,
Yeah.
is like, oh, it was amazing. I cried, I bawled,
Yeah.
and I was like, it was
And I'm gonna
good.
cry.
It was
I'm a
good.
crier.
I liked the Pixar movie, but this. So my hot take is, be ready. If you're a younger sibling, you're gonna love it. If you're not a younger sibling, it's fine. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I would say also just anybody looking for a father figure, like
Well, that's
being able
true.
to find the father figure in his older brother, that's really cool.
Well, I think that's actually maybe a better, not necessarily leadership lesson, but life lesson. Instead of
Yeah.
focusing on what you don't have or what you've lost,
Yeah.
looking at what you do have. I had you and this great older brother, because they could just be really sad, bitter, or upset because, their dad dies. Spoiler, their dad is dead for most of the movie.
Yeah.
Most of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, Kyle, what was your other quote?
He's half alive. Shout out to Princess Bride. Next up.
Bum, ba-da, bum, bum.
You can do this. I believe in you.
Oh, that's great.
You've probably heard it 5 times this week, just not even in a movie. Just somebody's probably told you that. But I like the encouragement from Barley. Another quote from Barley, it's not fair to call me a screw up if you don't give me a chance to do something right.
Oh, whoa.
That
Mic
is
drop.
deep.
Mic
AF,
drop.
y'all.
That's good. I missed that when
Yeah.
Barley says that?
Yeah.
It's deep.
When does he
AF,
say
she
that?
says.
It's when they have like their big tiff, like their big.
Okay.
I think it's right after like the pixie fight, maybe.
Okay.
When they're like in the car, and I think that's when it is.
Or is it the magic spell where he's the centaur?
Man, I
Is
don't
that part
remember.
2? I don't either.
I
But
don't
anyway,
remember,
but that's great.
honestly.
Say the line again. That's
Yeah.
good. If you are listening to this with no context in the movie, it's like pixie fight.
Yeah, the pixie
Centaur.
the giant Cheeto. What?
Cheeto, what kind of movie is this?
It's not fair to call me a screw up if you don't give me a chance to do something right.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good stuff. All right.
So yeah, that's actually that's something that I think is really, really powerful. And it shows up a couple times in Pixar, but it's the idea of like people are dynamic. Your thoughts of a person that person's probably changed. They're probably not that person that you view them as.
Oh.
So give them a chance.
That's good.
Let them grow.
That's a good deep lesson too, especially if we're really trying to look at leadership lessons. I think many of us, there is something I think about the way our brains are wired that we put people in that box for whatever reason. Not overtly, but it's just like, yep, that's who this person is. I think it's almost like a survival instinct.
Yeah.
Like, don't trust that person. That thing is dangerous. And so, but you're right. People are dynamic and people change, especially in the workplace. I think we think of like, oh yeah, well when they first started, they were messing up on everything.
Yeah,
and so
unresponsible,
or super immature or whatever. And it's like, well, that was 5 years ago. Like they're almost an entirely different human now, and you're still judging them based on that same thing. So
Imagine
that's
this:
stuff.
people that you went to high school with are judging you based on who you were in high school.
Yes.
I can't with that.
Can you imagine?
Don't even get me started.
Like, there's somebody out there that's thinking about little 11th grade Kyle, and that's not me.
Wow, that's so true.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I kind of peaked early. That's probably better.
Oh, we know.
High school version of me was pretty solid.
We have this ongoing joke right now in the office. We're giving people ages other than their own, and we assigned Jared with 18.
18. I still don't know what all that means. That I'm just immature potentially, but
I mean, I got 14.
you did
So
14.
I think you're solid.
Kyle, who would you hire?
I'm going with Ian.
Okay.
If I'm just going based off of talent, I think he is talented. I think with the help of others, he works hard and gets the job done.
I went Barley.
Nice.
I went Barley.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with either brother.
Yep.
I thought about going with Manticore.
I also thought about
I really thought about hiring
about the mom
Manticore.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who voices the mom?
It's
Trivia
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, right?
Correct. Nice. All right, Kyle. Final things. Do you have any hot takes or personal paradigms for this one?
Hot take, I think the plot is pretty simple compared to some of the other Pixar movies. It's pretty straightforward, and I think that's okay.
My hot take, second hot take was they should have made a better journey. Like
Okay.
the map. How did the map? It's kind of a nitpick. How did that end up a circle? Basically, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. My personal paradigm is this: do hard things, seek challenges. I think most of my life is designed to seek comfort and ease, and I should work much like changing a flat tire. I could have done that.
Not calling AAA.
Not calling AAA. I
Step
don't know.
one.
I probably will do that again. But seeking challenge, doing hard things. How about you? Any personal paradigms?
Appreciate where you are.
Ooh, Kyle bringing the heat. That's why we brought Kyle on for this.
For sure.
Thanks.
I like it. All right, you two, give us the winner. Leadership lesson.
I
Can
know
y'all
mine.
read y'all's one more time?
Oh, come on.
I think
I
I
know
got
mine.
mine, but I want to make sure.
Jeez Louise,
Okay,
Lemuel. You're the
got
same
it.
person you were 30 minutes ago.
I know.
Give
Y'all
people
read them
a
so
chance.
fast.
Give
Okay.
people a chance.
Yep.
Journey before destination. Some things are worth being difficult. Be a bigger supporter and work with what you got. What do you think?
Mine is undoubtedly give people a chance.
Give people a chance. All right, nice. And Lemuel, do you agree?
He said one earlier.
It's give people a chance or journey before destination. Those are my two. Leadership. I've said a lot of stuff since then, though.
Yeah.
Also,
I thought-
my leadership lesson: take notes.
Oh God.
When you get far in life, take
The
notes.
best part is he's
Y'all
got like a
talk so
whole
fast.
page of notes over here.
I do.
I was like, I read exactly what Kyle said because I wrote his down.
Give people a chance. I'm going to go with that one.
Let's go.
You guys are saying that because
Wow.
I'm being rude.
No,
Yes.
that
You got to
really,
give me a chance.
I did, and look what happened.
I really
I'm a-
feel passionate.
You screw up.
I'm a slow
let me
brain
screw
over
up.
here, guys.
All right, well,
Slow brain.
all right, Barley. It's definitely Barley and Ian over on the other side of the table.
What am I?
Thanks, Dad.
Give me one.
You're Manticore. All right.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely Manticore. So, hey, on behalf of the entire Good Leader crew, whether you're a Barley, whether you're an Ian, maybe even a Manticore, hey, you be you, give people a chance, do some hard things, and be a good leader.